guys, I'm starting with my hair, a bit of a mess on an old twist out, and I'm just parting my hair with my hands in two sections, and as you can see it's not really perfect. It doesn't have to be, I'm just going to bed. So I clip that section out of the way and then I part that section into two. Basically do the same thing to both sides, so I'll just show you on one side what happens. So once I do that, I part that section, that back section, into two again. I clip that out of the way. And I'm gonna start by moisturizing with some water with my handy spray bottle. I love this one because it just spritz the hair and doesn't soak it. It disperses it evenly. And then I use my favorite conditioner. It's Shea Moisture with sea kelp, and I just rub that through my hair and detangle at the same time with my fingers until I feel like I'm getting a smooth slip. So then I part that into three. I'm gonna start my braid. I usually always start my twist outs with a braid so that I can stretch out my roots, because I have type 4 hair and I get a lot of shrinkage. So I'm gonna start that with a braid, and I braid it down roughly halfway or a little less, and then I add my conditioner. I'll show you. I show it really quick, but it's Quemet Biologics Amla and Olive Heavy Cream with castor oil, and I can't pronounce this, but I will put it below in the description box. So I just keep adding a little bit of conditioner. It just really depends on how I feel, what my hair feels like. I feel like it's drying up pretty fast, and I twist the bottom of my twist with my fingers. So yeah, with the front section, I actually part that into three, and I kind of do it in like a triangle shape. You can see like one is just above my ear, the other one's kind of in the middle of my head, and the one's right at the front. There you go. So you see it? I do it that way just because it helps my afro to fall in a more complementary fashion. So it frames my face a lot nicer anyways, using fancy words. But yeah, so just speeding that up for you guys to save you the trouble. My head is killing me because I've been doing this for so long, and yeah, I'm not even halfway done yet. But yeah, just twist the bottom, twirl it with my fingers, hey. Anyways, that's what it looks like when I'm done. I look like goofy, but you know, it's kind of cute, you know. So anyways, after I finish looking at myself and flipping my hair, I'm running out to meet with my friend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my silk cap on. Usually that's what I do, and I just go to bed, but because I am going out, I'll show you what I do next. So when I got my silk cap on, I'm gonna put my beanie on over that. And the reason I don't put it directly over my hair is because it's cotton, and cotton it puts friction on your hair. So, and that's not as good as silk. It's a lot smoother and keeps in the moisture. But anyways, as you can see, I started doing my baby hairs because I never leave home without my babies. So I'm just laying down my edges just to make it look, you know, a little cute, like a little something, like I belong to someone. Anyway, I'm not homeless. But yeah, so that's what I do, and I use a toothbrush because it's just so much easier than a big brush. So yeah, that's my look before I leave. Morning after, I've already done my makeup and my baby hairs. So I'll show you little twisties. Basically, I'm just gonna use more of my conditioner I would just dip it and rub it in between my fingers, taking it out. So just because it's just a little bit dry, I'm gonna spray it with a bit of water. Just because when it's dry, it's a little bit stiff, and I want it to be able to kind of have a little bit of body when I take it out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Basically, it's a little bit, it's not much. I rub it in between my fingers, and I start with the very end of the twist, and I just try to find where it ends, I guess. Yeah. You see what I'm doing? If you notice, I didn't just split it apart from the top. This way it kind of prevents the frizz, right? And even when it gets stuck together like this, all I do is just kind of twirl it with my fingers to get out any tangles, which will also reduce frizz. So I'm just taking my hand and I'm just rubbing it down each separate clump of twist slash curl. It kind of separates on its own. Into see? Okay, so that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna keep doing the same thing with the rest. I'll show you what it looks like. But this is essentially what it looks like. This is the kind of texture that a twist out will give you. So I like my hair to look really big, so I am going to use my trusty pick from Beauty Supplies, and I am just going to just lift the roots up and use my fingers just to pull up the roots. I don't mess with the ends because I'm not trying to mess up the curl pattern, but just the roots I'm trying to fluff out, right? So I'm going to fluff this out and show you what the end result is. So I didn't fluff it out that much. I kind of liked how it was sitting, and sometimes what you can do to get a little bit more body is just to separate them a little bit more. Because I made like 10 twists in my hair, they're already pretty separated, but you can see I fluffed it out just to give it a smoother shape. And what I did with the back, because there was that awkward part in the middle, is I just kind of pulled the hair from each side and crisscrossed it over. Struggle is real, so that's my tutorial. It's my first one, don't judge me too hard. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope to see you next time.